The Maono PD400X is a microphone that caught my eye. I've been trying to reduce the amount of tech reviews I do on this channel because I have a specific channel just for tech reviews. But when I saw this brand new mic, there's a lot of things about it that really caught my eye and made me want to review it on this channel. The professional design, the fact that it's dynamic, the fact that it's XLR and USB, and it has a bunch of options including Maono's brand new software. So let's not waste any time, let's check it out right now. In the box, you will find the microphone itself, a little mic beanie as I like to call them, an XLR cable, a USB-C to USB cable, a metal base, and a quick start guide. They also have a bundle with a professional mic arm in case you don't have one already. I just have mine on a longer stand just for testing. Let's talk about the design. The body is completely metal since this is a professional microphone after all. You have those two knobs that you can twist on opposite direction to actually tighten it up, which is pretty cool and intuitive. One thing that caught my eye is the direction of those icons. They're upside down. That's because you're supposed to have the mic like this, so you can have a quick look at what you're pressing, but also because the knob actually serves as multiple functions. It has three major functions where you can set up the volume for your mic, and you can press it again to adjust your monitor output. That is if you're listening with headphones through the mic directly, because there is a little jack entry right there. And then press one more time to adjust the balance between hearing yourself in the mic and whatever audio you have playing in the background. At the bottom of the mic, you will see the USB, XLR, and headphone ports, then three LED indicators and a button that we're going to talk about a little bit later. Talking about LEDs, you probably saw those. They react to my voice and they're basically a visual indicator of your volume. If you peak, it's good to have this because you will know that you're in the reds and maybe it'll motivate you to move away from the mic. Next up, we have this mic icon that you can see is green, and when I tap it, because this is capacitive touch, I can mute the mic just like that. You don't have to touch it like hard, you just slowly, so you don't have to bump into the mic and it doesn't make any noise. That's pretty cool. Also, you can control this through the software. We'll talk about this a little bit later. So the three LEDs at the bottom actually indicates audio presets. One is for flat, one is for high pass filter, one is for presence boost, and then there's actually a fourth one that is just a combination of the two previous ones. The mic beanie is a very snug fit. I'm gonna put it in and then we're gonna start listening to what this mic sounds like. Keep in mind that we are switching for my main setup, which is an Elgato Wave 1 with a ton of filters, and I'm gonna cut to the PD400X completely raw with no filters at all. Did I mess up the recording? Yes, absolutely. So this is me in the future re-recording for the third time actually because I was doing something wrong with OBS. Anyways, you are now listening to the Maono PD400X, and that's what it sounds like when you just take it out of the box, you plug it via USB. There it is. That is what it sounds like. First thing that I notice is the position. You have to speak directly into the mic, right? If I do this and I start speaking like this, I lose a lot of the clarity and of the bass, of course. But when I go back and I go back down here, you can tell the difference and we get a lot of clarity and it sounds pretty good. One thing they put in the user manual is this. They're showing that they basically peak at the high frequencies a little bit. So that's nice. I'm actually not going to be testing the XLR version of this because the whole interest here is the software and all the sound presets that come with it. So let's get on to that. So this is the software. It's called Maono Link, which sounds familiar. It recognizes the mic, asks you to select it, and we have two major tabs here. We have standard and we have advanced. This is the standard tab, and first thing you can do here is mute the mic. You'll be able to see it on the mic when vice versa. It's instant, no delay or anything. So it's cool. You can visually see that your mic is muted on your screen or on the mic itself. Second thing here is headphone volume. If we were using headphones directly plugged into the mic to listen, monitor mix, same thing. It's the difference between how much you want to hear yourself versus the background music or whatever you're playing on your desktop. And then we have tone. Right now we're on legacy, right? And this is where it starts to become interesting. If we go to deep, we're going to have a deeper sounding voice preset, if you will, like this. Hi, my name is Gal Level. You are now tuned in to 94.5 Gal Level FM. So this is what it sounds like. Natural sounds a little more natural. We're bringing the frequencies a little higher, maybe less bass, but we're still not all that bright. So let's go to bright. And this is what bright sounds like. I really like this. I don't have the best headphones to actually really enjoy or really hear all the frequencies, but maybe you can hear a lot of difference. And then you'll notice that there's something pretty interesting here. In the standard tab, there's no mic gain. I mean, you can set the mic gain with the knob here, but they don't give you that option. Instead, they automatically control the gain per preset. If you're near the mic, 5 to 10 centimeters, this is the proper gain. This is why I sound like this. But if you want to go a little further, you click on mid, and this is what you're going to sound like. Immediately, the first thing you're going to notice is background noise goes up. That's the problem with standing far away from your mic. Don't do it. Like, I advise you get as close as possible to your mic, all right? And then there's far. For the people who are like, oh, I don't like when the mic is in the shot. I'm sorry. Like, especially content creators. Like, no one's going to be like, ew, a mic. Like, yeah, we know you're speaking into a mic. Anyways, far, I guess this is what that would sound like. We can start to hear like the room reverb and stuff like that. You don't want that. If we lose all the quality. In this case, don't buy this mic. If you're going to use it so wrong, just buy like a shotgun mic, for example. Anyways. Let's go back to near, and this is where all the quality resides. Let's get to the advanced tab. First thing here, once again, first of all, like it sounds completely different for some reason, but we can mute. All right, then headphone volume, monitor mix, blah, blah, blah. And then there's EQ. All right, so here we have flat, supposed to be like just the normal mic frequency, plug and play. And then we have high pass filter. And this is what high pass filter sounds like, and basically it's cutting off the lower frequencies a little bit. I guess this is kind of good if you have like music playing in the background and the bass from your voice is conflicting with the bass from the music. There's also the fact that you might have humming noise, like if the mic was sitting directly on the table, you would hear like my computer fan go and that cuts it off a little bit, so that's pretty good. And then we'll have presence boost, which is, I'm guessing, a boost of the mid frequencies. Testing 1 2 3. This is presence boost, and then the fourth one is going to be a combination of the two last one, presence boost and high pass filter. So we're going to have extra bright with low bass. Testing 1 2 3. My name is Gael Level, and I'm testing the high pass filter and presence boost at the same time. Those are the buttons at the bottom of the mic, by the way. So at any point, I can just reach and press. There you go. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. Let's keep it flat for now. It's cool that in the standard tab, they don't let you play around with the gain. They make sure that you're not going to saturate depending on the distance. But it's also good to have access to the gain just in case. You also have a limiter talking about, you know, keeping the gain down and avoid saturating. If you ever saturate, a limiter can prevent you from being too loud, right? If I go so that if I scream it's not going to be too loud. There's a compressor, but I failed to actually hear the difference. So turning on the compressor, okay, 0. Testing 1 2 3, and this is with the compressor at minus 80 decibels. Testing 1 2 3. Maybe from afar. Testing 1 2 3, and testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. I don't really hear it. To be completely fair, if I were to use this mic, I would probably add even more plugins, even more effects to it to make it sound really, really like sharp. But it's cool that Maono is giving you the software so that you buy the mic and you have multiple possibilities. I really dislike when people throw a bunch of money on a mic. They throw a bunch of money on an interface that is just like taking the mic through USB to their computer, and then they do nothing with the audio. Might as well buy a $50 mic and get a cheap VST and just boost like the the muddy EQs and make it sound better. Like, to be fair, if you're live streaming or stuff like that, most people will not even hear the difference. Audiophiles are hating this video right now. Anyways, for the XLR part, I'm probably going to test it on my other channel, so Gael's Tech Review. Go there, subscribe so you don't miss it. I'm going to be testing it with the Elgato Wave XLR, and I'm going to also test it with the Behringer UMC22, which is a very, very affordable audio interface. Turns out the USB-C cable into USB is convertible, and it's USB-C to USB-C. So I also saw that Blink works on Android, so I'm guessing you can actually use this mic with your phone. There isn't a lot of mics that are that multitask, and I love that. Quick thing that I'm gonna tell you before I go is right now, I have it on a stand, which you shouldn't have. You should have it on an arm, order the bundle with the arm, or get another arm. Because if I set it directly on the table while my computer is running on the same table, listen carefully. If you're on a laptop or watching from your phone, you're not gonna hear it. But if you're wearing a headset, you hear the And I'm using this to basically get rid of it completely. I do this, put it underneath, and it dampens the whole humming. If you like that tip, you're gonna love this video, which is a video where I give you a bunch of audio tips that you can apply right now to make your microphone sound way better. Check it out.